In front of me is the most expensive dish you'll find in all of Afghanistan, and I found it here at a restaurant that caters to this country's super rich.
Today, I'm on a mission to show you the full range of Afghan dining, from fascinating fast food that costs pennies,
Over 30 feet of charcoal grilling meat madness. Look at this smile. He's having a great time.
to opulent feasts that few could afford.
Over 6 pounds of meat, the most expensive food that I've eaten so far in this country.
And by the end of this video, you'll learn that 5-star dining
Gentleman is being returned his gun right now.
doesn't mean you have to leave your gun at home.
Wow. Good morning and welcome to another beautiful day here in Afghanistan. Today I plan on showing you 4 different levels of food at 4 different price points here in the capital city of Kabul. In our last episode, it was all about the street food. We're getting down and dirty in the alleyways and the markets, getting some of the cheapest food this country has to offer. But this time, it's all about the restaurants. Behind me, our first location. Here they're serving something called an Afghan burger. Is it gonna resemble a burger? Absolutely not. Let's go check it out. This is what Afghanistan calls a burger. This is my guy, Ahmad. He is the inventor of this burger. Everything begins with this thin layer of bread, and then he moves on to a hard-boiled egg. Boom! Beef sausage. Then he moves on to something almost alien to me. I'm told this is called chicken ham. This is a ham that is acceptable and halal. Puts a little bit of salad onto each one. A load of these French fries. Now he hits it with some masala. Then he hits it with some salt.
The Afghan burger came to life 21 years ago when this restaurant first opened its doors.
Once the burger is finished, it goes to this man right here, and he puts on a white sauce plus a red sauce.
Back then, it was an instant hit, and it's still going strong now, selling around 2,000 burgers each day.
You don't have to get a burger if you don't want to. You can just do something like this. You can get a plate full of fries, and they'll smother that with toppings as well. Please say the word burger.
Burger.
Does that sound like burger? One more time.
Burger.
Nice. This is a ridiculously affordable
Burger.
$1.12. But first, let's talk about this. I love a nice red wiener like this. How is it so bright red? That's what I would like to know. But that is not even the most strange meat on this plate. They call it chicken ham. This is some kind of a processed meat loaf. Perhaps the meat is chicken, but it's certainly not any slice of chicken, and it's not any type of cured ham. But not bad. Next point, Afghanistan. How do they do French fries? Well, it's so limp. When I see them, you know, they look so golden. They fry them in big batches. They pull them out, and I'm so excited for a nice, satisfying crunch, and I get just kind of a soggy, wet bite. So from here, let's move on to this.
The burger.
I also want to hit this with even more sauce. I gotta say, that was a very satisfying bite. The heat of the French fries has worked to kind of steam the bread around it, so all the bread is very soft. Somehow I didn't even get a single piece of the wiener. This tomato ketchup is really bringing it all together. Let's give it another bite. It's beefy, it's got some bite to it, it's fluorescent red. So that's just about all there is to this. It's about 800 calories of pure Afghan indulgence. I mean, it's greasy fries. Even the hot dog and the chicken ham, they're also fried. But then they put a little bit of salad in there for fiber to help you later on the commode. This is our very first food and a great entry because today I want to show you a different side of Afghanistan. Before coming here, I didn't really know what to expect. You just see war-torn images of this country when you watch the news. You see rubble, you see chaos. But then you come here and you realize there's a whole lifestyle here that people in the outside world are completely unaware of. So far you got to see what it was like for me to first arrive in this country. Then you got to see the street food scene in the markets. And yes, you can find super cheap food on the streets, but there's also another side of Afghanistan, and that is the lifestyle of the super rich.
While most Afghans scrape by on a few dollars a day, others do live the rich life by comparison. But here the rich life can mean earning as little as $30,000 a year, with a tiny few making up to 6 figures. But 6 figures in a country like this means living like a millionaire.
I did some research. Let's talk about some of those industries. Most of the high earners in this country have made money through imports or exports, construction, real estate, banking, mining, natural resources, political connections or corruption, or the drug trade. Maybe a bit social of an area to talk about these topics.
Later, we'll be taking on a dish so expensive, it costs more than what the average Afghan person earns in a month.
If you're somebody who can't really choose, here you go.
But before that, one of this country's most iconic foods.
All right, folks, we have come to our next location. Right behind me, you can see this place is in full action.
It's meat, it's on a skewer, it's grilled to smoky perfection. Kebabs are everywhere. Each place puts its own spin on the classic. But I've never been anywhere that does it quite like Afghanistan.
Welcome to the Meat Locker. This is the birthplace of the kebab in this restaurant, and every hour, these guys are making thousands of skewers. Right now, they're making two different kinds. The first, this is the beef meatball. So we have kind of a mix of masala and spices blended together, and that ball goes onto the skewer. In between the balls, he puts one ball, he puts one bell pepper, he puts one more ball. On this side, we have more like a steak kebab. First they put beef, then they put beef fat, and then they put even more protein. Here I can say, at least at this restaurant, the kebabs are very small, but what people do is they order a lot of them. It would not be unusual to see somebody eat 10 to 25 kebabs for one person. How many kebabs could you eat?
Okay.
See? What about you? How many kebabs could you eat? Exactly. My point has been proven.
Once skewered, the kebabs meet their final fate, huddled over blazing charcoal, embraced by the smoky grill.
This is the grill, and this is where the meat really comes to life. Over 30 feet of charcoal grilling meat madness. On here, we've got those two skewers we saw already, plus you can order heart, you can order liver, you can order sheep, whatever you want. And these meat masters will absolutely make a work of art out of your skewer. This guy's laughing at me because he's just out here all day. Basically, his job, his lunch shift is the same as smoking 500 packs of cigarettes, and he loves it. He's having a great time. The best part is he actually does still smoke too. This is not enough smoke. He is smoking on top of the smoke.
Today, I'll be trying this restaurant's 3 signature kebabs: the beef meatball, the beef steak threaded with beef fat, and the tender lamb kebab.
Let's talk about the price, because that's the part that's most shocking to me. For all these skewers and everything you see right here, it's $5.60. Remarkable. Right here, the bread. A bread that we're very familiar with, a bread that we saw being made on the first date here in Kabul. This is a yogurt that has garlic and mint. And then right here we have the masala tray. Right here we have dry green chilies. Right here we have red chilies. And right here we have dry grape. I'm told that when the grape is still small, before it's ripe, they dry it and they grind it up like this. It tastes something like between cumin and pomegranate. A very unique flavor. Something I've never even heard of before. It's a brand new spice. So let's get into it. Really, what people do here is they use their bread to strip off the meat, fold it over. That's good. It's juicy, it's flavorful, but it's infused with spices too. My guess is that it's a bit cheaper because they can probably take all the undesirable parts of the cow, grind it up, and put it into a ball, and you'll never know what was in there. Pieces of armpit, crotch, elbow meat. Perhaps it's not those things, but let me tell you, even if that is crotch, that's some good crotch. Now here's the fun part. When you come to Afghanistan, they actually do have Coke and maybe even Pepsi too, but they have their own brands as well. Instead of Fanta, they have Magic. Instead of 7-Up, they have Breeze. Instead of Coca-Cola, they have, well, just cola. Moving on to our next kebab. This one I love because it's protein, fat, protein. Take a little bit of bread, rip the meat and fat inside. The bread is brilliant because it's so moist, it's so chewy. It's the perfect kind of comforting blanket to wrap around that meat. Meanwhile, the meat, this has been already heavily coated with seasoning, but the charcoal just brings out so much flavor. It's smoky. We have our last, most expensive kebab, a kebab that you have to be careful with because this kebab has bones. Hit it with some yogurt and throw it back. It's unreal. This one has that same smoky goodness, but you can really taste the mutton, the sheepiness of it, and I love that flavor. I'm told that if there are some people who are working nearby here, they will actually potentially come here every day of the week for lunch. People just don't get sick of this food. I don't know, in the US, it's like, do you want Chinese? We had Chinese yesterday. I don't think it's like that here. It's like, hey, do you want Afghan? They're like, yes, the end. I'm curious about this because they felt it necessary to keep this bone on here. It looks like it might be rib meat. Smoky, fatty, a much better texture, a much more meaty bite. It's just so delicious.
We're just one step away from tasting Afghanistan's most exclusive dish. But first, a restaurant frozen in time, its menu, an archive of recipes that go back generations.
Right behind me, our next location. In the chaos that is Kabul, this place is a diamond in the rough. Right now we're inside a square that's famous for selling carpet. The owner of this restaurant and his investor buddies own this entire square. Now, the restaurant owner, he was in the antique business for 60 to 70 years, but now he's jammed all those antiques into this restaurant, and for the last 2 years, he's been serving a special type of regional Afghan cuisine. Let's go inside now and take a look. Right now we're in the dining room, which doubles as a showroom for all the antiques that this man has collected over the years. And right now, he's gonna give me a tour.
This is an antique Afghan tool meant for taking sheep's wool and turning it into carpet. This is 80 years old, meant simply for washing hands.
Oh, so now he's lighting something that looks like an ancient bong. Or maybe it's for incense?
It's a lamp, 100 years old.
Oh, you want me to sit here? All right. Please don't break, don't break, don't break. He said that this is 125 years old and the actual seat is made of braided sheep's intestines. He says it's for kings. Maybe for very tall kings, I feel like I would be a bit more insecure. If I was a king, I would need a bit taller chair. Is this from an animal in Afghanistan?
Yes. That is leopard skin from a leopard that was hunted here in Afghanistan.
That's wild. That's something you don't see every day. And that is something you don't want to get caught with in customs. All right, so those are the antiques, but what about the food?
In Central Asia, Afghanistan has many neighbors, one of them being Uzbekistan to the north. Not so far from the Uzbek border, you'll find the Afghan Uzbeks, a people whose nomadic cuisine we're about to witness. Like this, a dish showcasing a local ingredient known as gruti. In nearby Iran, they call it kash.
This is made by straining yogurt and drying the remaining curds. They are super hard and they're very cheesy. I mean, it is dairy after all. Wow. The flavor. It's sour, it tastes fermented, it's chalky, it's sheepy, it's got some gaminess to it. It's very intense. But you have to understand, this is like pure concentrated flavor, and this is gonna become the base for our first dish.
First, the gruti is soaked in water for 2 days to rehydrate. Then it's placed in a traditional clay bowl, designed specifically for the task of turning this dried yogurt into a silky liquid.
This is a traditional Afghan clay bowl with all these divots put in here to create a bit of friction when you put a kash inside.
Next, strain and remove the excess bits of hard dairy. This white liquid is then simmered in a pan with oil. Meanwhile, onions are caramelized and eggs are fried. Trust me, this is all gonna come together soon. In a serving bowl, bread is torn into pieces, creating a foundation for this dish. Then comes walnuts, that warm yogurt sauce, sweet onions, and finally, the fried eggs on top.
For all that you see here, it's only $5.60. Now, we're gonna be getting something more substantial after this, but still, the price is crazy. I'm gonna start from the top. An egg. It's a good egg. Here's what happens when you pull it out. It's like this white caked mixture that's absorbed into the bread, making the bread saturated, pasty, and soggy. Oh, it's so chalky, it's so strange. I want to love you, but it's hard. When it comes to the gruti, it's chalky, it tastes a little bit cheesy, and it certainly has kind of a yogurty, dairy flavor to it. It's not even like I'm trying to figure out if I love or hate it. I'm just trying to understand it. I'm gonna dig even deeper. We've got the bread, we've got walnuts inside, we've got that onion. How about some egg on top? I like that. All these ingredients are really meant to be mixed and to mingle together. It's very satisfying. It's a great mix. I just find it so hard to believe that like there's this topping and then it's just this. What a wild dish. My daughter would absolutely love eating this though. The way you can just eat it with your hands, I feel like a big kid. But that is the traditional way here. So this is $5.60, but from here we're stepping up to something even more expensive. Let's get into it. All right, folks, our next dish has begun, and the chef right here, I should say the butcher, is gonna take it apart for us. Today, he's gonna be making a meat dish that weighs 3 kilograms or 6.6 pounds of a sheep. This guy's mean with the cleaver. We got a hamstring, we got a nice rack of ribs right here, and then here, a smaller rack of ribs. So far, he's been eyeballing all the meat. Let's see how much it really weighs. How good is he? He's going for 3 kilograms. Dude! You shake my dirty hand. Yes. That's awesome. 3 kilograms exactly, 6.6 pounds. He's at the top of his game. This is his prime. It's only downhill from here. How could he ever do that again? All of this is for a dish called kawardokh. This is an Uzbek-inspired dish. But listen, even though it's Uzbek-inspired, it's inspired by the Uzbek Afghan people of this country, much like the other food they're serving in this restaurant.
In a pressure cooker, the chef starts with oil, then drops in over 6 pounds of lamb, bone in and full of flavor. Now garlic, onions, salt, a splash of water. Then it's sealed and left to cook until the meat is soft and tender. To finish it off, a handful of fried chilies on top.
This is a traditional nomadic hut that folks lived in the past in the north of Afghanistan. But here's the other thing that I find fascinating about this restaurant. This is the first restaurant where I've seen women.
In Afghanistan, women face a long list of restrictions, one of them being a ban on dining out without a male guardian.
And here's how I think they get away with it. On this property, there are about 5 different huts like this. So a man can come with his wife and their kids, and they can eat privately away from all the other guests in the hut. You see, oftentimes in Afghanistan, someone might want to do something, but they can't because of the rules and because of everybody who's watching them. A great example is I met a British woman and her daughter the other day. I asked her if I could take a picture of her, and she said, no, I can't. And she looked around and she said, it's against the rules. Now, maybe privately, it would be fine, but out in the public view, not okay. The total price for everything I'm eating today, over 6 pounds of meat, is $33. Ooh, some delicious leg meat. Oh yeah, soft and succulent, seasoned beautifully. Such a good flavor. It's mutton, but it's not gamey. Oh, right here, take a look at that. A nice big bone with some meat sticking to it still. Oh. It's so rich, it's glistening, it's so full of flavor, very fatty and very delicious. To go with it, to wash it down, they've got this. A glass of white something. It's gonna be some kind of yogurt-based drink, probably. Oh yeah, pure yogurt with a little bit of mint. Finally, I wanna work my way up to this, the ribs. Let's split these 2 ribs apart and then pull off that rib meat. Every section of the lamb, a little bit different texture, different amount of juiciness, but every bite is super satisfying. In a moment, we're going to be going to the most expensive restaurant we could find here in Kabul. But first, I want to talk about how much money folks actually make here in Afghanistan. The average monthly wage is only $200 a month. That means an annual salary is $2,460. In contrast, the average salary in the USA would be about $66,000, about 25 times more than here in Afghanistan. After hearing that, it's easy to understand why food and why so many other things here are so much cheaper than in other countries. So what are folks here doing for work? It's estimated that 60 to 80% of the population works in agriculture. So all of that is to say that even if you went to a restaurant where something cost $50 to $100, that would be absolutely insane here. With that said, we are now headed to the most expensive restaurant we could find in Afghanistan. We have come to our 4th and final location, a restaurant known as Ziyafat. Also, as you can tell behind me, they have some very strong security. They're not just letting in any riffraff off the street.
Walking past a fully armed guard just to get into a restaurant is strange enough, but what happens next is completely surreal.
Sorry.
As I stood by the reception counter,
Gentleman is being returned his gun right now.
another guest was handed back his assault rifle, just like it was a coat or a car key.
Very cool.
I guess here, lunch doesn't end with dessert, it ends with artillery.
Moving on, let's talk about the food. This restaurant is on a different level than every other place we've seen so far in Kabul. Plus, there are so many foods here. They have breakfast, soup, salad, starters, Mughlai food, which I say is a combination of Indian and Pakistani food. Everything from mutton karahi to Hyderabadi mutton handi. Then they have Thai and Chinese cuisine, chicken cashew nuts, chicken chow mein, and more. Now, before we talk about the most expensive thing, I should point out that not everything in here is crazy expensive. For example, we're gonna be trying this, manto, $4.50. It's not exclusively the top 0.1% that can eat here, it's the full 1%. So I don't want people to feel excluded. The most expensive thing I can find on this menu is right here. It's called the Ziyafat Special Barbecue Platter. It has salads, it has soups, it has kebabs, and all of that for $341. But before I show you this, I want to show you the rest of the restaurant because it is massive. Let's move.
Built at a cost of $2.5 million,
Everything is golden, there are chandeliers everywhere.
Ziyafat restaurant can hold up to 800 guests at once.
This is the waiting area. You can sit here and they'll call you when everything is ready. Let's head up. Hello, nice to meet you. This restaurant has 3 floors of dining. Right here in this corridor, there are private rooms. Let me show you one of them right now. And here, this is where you and 10 of your best friends can enjoy some dang good food. If the private room isn't really your style, this is the public room, a public room meant for men. They also have a room meant for families, but we cannot film that because of the ladies.
With a 250-person team running the show around the clock, it stays open 24/7, serving over 200 dishes day in and day out.
This is my favorite part because you come to Afghanistan and you think, what? No bars. No, they got bars. They just don't have booze. What you got? Pina colada? More like pina nada. Mojito? More like no hito. Margarita, more like, no, okay, I'm good. All right, right now we are headed into the kitchen. Come with me and let's take a look. This place is wild.
Most restaurants have stations for grilling,
Where do I begin?
frying, and definitely microwaving.
Let's go this way.
But here,
Hello.
they have cooking stations for cuisines from around the world.
Right here, this is the Palau corner. All of these are giant vessels known as a deg. Can we open it up? Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Right in here, we have the kebab section. Right now, my guy is skewering kebabs as we speak, but over here, you can actually see the kebabs grilling over charcoal. It looks amazing. Here is the bread making room, and they have tons of bread making stations. He takes his dough pillow, he reaches inside, he slaps it on the wall. Nice. Beyond the main kitchen, this place also has an electric pizza oven with a pizza coming out right now. And beyond that, they also have a brick pizza oven. If you want to get anything on their menu, you can, and you can have it delivered to your house. Pretty sweet.
After touring the kitchen, I'm presented with an Afghan appetizer. Steamed dumplings stuffed with beef and vegetables, topped with a bold sauce made from tomato, chili powder, black pepper, and dal. Finally, some sour cream is drizzled on top.
What's fun about coming to this restaurant is I get to try the most expensive version of a food in this country, but I also already tried the cheapest version of this food in a previous video. It was less than 50 cents for a huge order. It was stuffed not with meat, but with onions. And then take a look at this. Gorgeous, I gotta say. Very beautiful. I'm impressed. A very different experience, my God. First of all, meat makes a huge difference. It's full of animal fat, and the animal fats leak out and pass their flavor onto every other part of the dumpling. The wrapper is delicious, it has some bite to it, and that sour cream helps cool everything down and balance that spicy dal.
From one of the most affordable bites on the menu, we jump straight into the most expensive. This is the Ziyafat Special Barbecue Platter. An opulent platter that begins with a trio of rice. First biryani, then Kabuli palau, and last mandi. Then comes the meat, mountains of it. Malai booty, chicken tikka booty, Afghan shami, chicken seekh kebab, mutton booty, tandoori fish tikka, tandoori chicken booty, Lahore beef chops, dynamite sticks, prawns, and even honey-glazed chicken wings, crispy fried fish, spring rolls, and just when you think it should stop, it just keeps going.
The building of this meat structure is continuing. Now he's putting on mozari kebab. These are very exotic kebabs. I've never even heard of half of these. Coming up next, he tops all this meat with an entire grilled chicken. Oh my God. A mutton leg, the leg of a sheep. Just that would be a meal in itself. It's time to hang up the meat like it's Christmas. We have quails. We have the pomfret fish. More quails. More pomfret. Then another pomfret. We have the fluorescent bright red chicken tandoori booty. I've always been a booty fan, but now even more. Now it's time to garnish cucumber, some carrots, some lemons, dressing it up. No more meat? Oh, the meat's done already? They only put on every species in Afghanistan plus 17 that were imported. This is a meal meant to feed, I don't know, 10 to 20 different people. But tonight, it's just me and you, baby. Right now, I'm following this meat journey to its final destination. It only takes two men, but two men with fierce focus and concentration. They have a food elevator, but they're taking the stairs. No! Oh no, no, I got it. Hey. Let's do this. They're gonna go through this room. Right here, this is the final spot. Nailed it. And I was worried they're gonna drop it. Oh wait. Every single kebab that they sell in this restaurant is here. If you're somebody who can't really choose, here you go. $341.41. But first, this needs to be replaced. This is kind of like a knighting ceremony in the UK. Here you go. That booty fell on the floor, so they gave me a new booty. By the way, I learned a new word. Booty. Evidently, it's a Pakistani word for meat or meat skewer, something like that. I'm gonna pull that booty meat off. It looks soft and tender. It looks like thigh meat. Outstanding. Moist, juicy chicken. Take a look at this. Quail. Little baby birds. Peel out some of that quail breast. It's a little dry. The quail is nice, but it's not very substantial. It's tiny little bites. There's some nice masala, but I'm looking for something a little bit more. This is an entire leg of mutton. I would love to see any kind of food challenge type YouTuber come here and attempt to eat all this food. Super juicy with a strong taste of mutton. I'm gonna put this to the side and keep digging downwards. An entire freaking chicken. Look at, oh boy, oh no. All right, we've all had chicken before. Let me put that to the side for now. Let's take a look at this. This is crispy fried fish, I'm told. Oh, it's so crunchy. Any of these one food items on their own would be plenty good. Oh boy, where do I go? Can I be honest, guys? I'm not gonna finish this. I'm not coming close. In this area, I believe we had a chicken sheikh kebab. I'm gonna take a little bit of yogurt on the side, give it a little bit of a dip. Oh man, super fatty, juicy, and infused with so many spices. They call this dynamite. This is a chicken drumstick. Oh yeah, that is some nice dark meat. Well-seasoned masala, absolutely delicious. Wings, they even just have straight up wings. That's good. It's nice and crispy on the outside, and then it's just covered with a honey barbecue. I've got maybe 1 or 2 meats left inside me. This is a biryani. I gotta say, I'm overwhelmed. I think I'm done. Here's the thing. I didn't really come here and order this to eat this in order to do some kind of a fun, silly YouTube challenge with you guys. I really just wanted to show you what this country is capable of. I think most people in the USA, they have a certain clear image burned into their mind of what Afghanistan is. And this place and food like this, it kind of destroys that idea.
This video is not meant to convince you that Afghanistan is good. In many, many ways, it is not. But it's also not meant to convince you it's bad. This country cannot be boiled down to a couple simple truths. Afghanistan is a dictatorship, a theocracy, a country ruled by harsh Sharia law. But it's also restaurant owners doing their best. It's construction workers looking for a quick bite of something to feed their soul. It's history's caretakers trying to preserve a piece of this country's heritage. It's young service staff finding ways to grow in a place with limited opportunities.
Afghanistan is a lot of things, but it's not just one thing. And my takeaway after everything I've experienced today is that this place is complicated and that this food is delicious. I gotta say, I love it.